I told you earlier about our program called Environmental Court.
Let's hear this. This is great.
Well, there's a big push right now by the city of Birmingham to make sure the city looks clean and that the properties in the neighborhoods have been cleaned up. The neighborhood associations are up in arms, and rightfully so, because some property owners simply don't do what they need to do to take care of their properties.
Right.
And so we've got a number of code enforcement sections within the city of Birmingham who are going out, they're citing people, and all of those cases end up at municipal court. Most of those cases end up at municipal court in what we call environmental court. We did take some of those out into the community, and we call them community court sometimes, but it's the same cases. And what we do is enforce code regulations. The grass not being cut, parking in your yard, not keeping the house up to standards such that it has hazardous conditions. All of those things fall within our jurisdiction. I simply want to urge people to be neighborly, to take care of their property. Now, in truth, Ken, some of them don't have the resources sometimes because they've inherited some property.
So if that happens and they don't have the resources to do that, to clean up an area, does this environmental court, does it simply tack on a fine?
No.
and say, all right, look, you keep doing this, we're going to keep fining you, or can you get creative with them?
Well, I think getting creative is great. I can give them a $500 fine or whatever the amount is.
Sure.
I would much rather they
That's
take
the easy
that money.
thing to do.
It's easy. I would much rather they take that money and invest it in the property and bring it up to code. But of course, there's some people who won't take the hint, who won't do what they need to do, and we will of course fine them and hold them accountable according to what the law says. But the money is better spent on the property and resolving the issue. But a lot of people don't want to heed those suggestions, and so we have to be a little firmer with them. But I can tell you, there's going to be a huge push, and there is a huge push to get that done. And so if you're listening, you know you got something you need to straighten out. I wouldn't wait until the people come and tell me about it. I would go ahead and do it.
And that's just about making Birmingham a better place to live.
That's all. If you live on one side of town and you own property on the other side of town, you still have to be a good neighbor on that side of town that you don't live in. And so I think people forget that sometimes. They just think it's rental property. But rental property, those people have neighbors as well. And so it's important that we take care of all aspects of the property we own.